John, let me see y'all up here. Morning.
One matter before the court today, and that is State of Florida versus Kevin McKinley in 2024-1580. Discovery is still outstanding on that, Your Honor, and we were going to ask that this matter be passed at this particular time.
And December 30th. Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay.
Also, Judge, I'll be covering for Mr. Henderson today. He's in trial, but he has two matters scheduled before Your Honor. One is the State of Florida versus Anthony Miles, 19 CF 3289. Whatever the state's so inclined to do, Mr. Henderson is not going to object to that.
Your Honor, Mr. Miles's other two cases have both been continued by Mr. Ramey and by
All right, December 30th.
And the other is State of Florida versus Kevin Josie, 22 CF 1289. Mr. Henderson is requesting that this case be set for the next court date, and the client's presence is waived.
There's no objection.
November 4th.
Did you want to set it for docket day or continue the full cycle?
Continue the full cycle.
All right, December 30th.
This senior judge, that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Mr. Cobb.
Stephanie Medina, she's in lockup. Walking down the hall.
Right outside it. If the judge will do it. Did I not sign that? Yeah.
Right here.
And I gave you the score sheet, right? If it's to the, not to a misdemeanor, right?
Ms. Medina, would you please raise your right hand and be sworn? You swear the testimony you give before this court is true, so help you God. This is 24 CF 1854, State versus Stephanie Medina.
I was going to get her to sign the plea form. This is time, sir, to get out. Now, have you read all this? Okay. I get out today. Yeah. Just need to go talk to him really quick. Judge, can I approach with the state? I need to ask you. going to be asking for a continuance so I can now schedule depositions and try to get the case.
All right, December 30th, if you get it resolved, we can move it up to like December 5th. Okay? Thank you.
May I speak, my address to court, please? August 23rd, 2024 at 3:46 p.m., I received an e-message from Mr. Cobb, a global P offer for state 39 months with credit for all time served. On September 20th, 2024 at 1:23 p.m., I received an e-message from Mr. Cobb stating he recalculated my score sheet permissible sentence for a global plea that resolved to new charges, 32.25 months with credit for all time served.
That's what I was trying to tell you, Judge, is their global pleas were made before I got on, and I tried to get it resolved, but in the interim, the lab reports came back, which knocked out the global plea offer that was made. And the state, Ms. Leon and I have been in communications about that, and I've explained that to him, how there was a global plea offer to,
Isn't there a new plea offer I just heard?
Your Honor, and also on,
Your Honor, the 39 months plea offer for DOC was prior to us getting the FDLE back. Mr. Russell didn't plead, and we did get the FDLE. Now he's facing a 7-year minimum mandatory.
Is this before Mr. Cobb was attorney?
Your Honor,
The offer was made before Mr. Cobb was the attorney.
September 21st, Your Honor, 2024, at 4:26 p.m., I received Mr. Cobb's stating that I was signed 32.25 months for credit all time served. And again, October 3rd, 2024, 11:48 p.m., I messaged Mr. Cobb's, gladly signed 32.25 months credit for all time served. The offer was pulled October the 23rd at 3:10 p.m.
Well,
The offer was pulled.
he can't help it. He doesn't have control of the state saying, well, the deal's off.
The offer was pulled October 3rd, October 23rd at 3:10.
I mean, he relayed it to you, it sounds like, and the states said, no deal. So,
I asked to sign the plea 2 months prior before the offer was pulled.
well,
I have it e-message on my tablet at the jail, sir.
here's your deal. You can plead,
Accept the offer.
you can plead or go to trial.
I accepted the offer, but somehow I guess it was miscommunication. I accepted the offer a month and so prior before it was pulled off the table.
what happened, Judge, is he said, yeah, I'll take that. So I emailed the state back and said, he said he'd take it. And then Ms. Leon graciously emailed me and said, we got the labs back. That offer was made, we didn't have the labs, so I can't agree to that anymore.
My labs was back 3 months prior to I was in the court and being incarcerated.
Your Honor, if I may, the lab report was shared back in March 37, 2024, is when we had the lab report.
January, February, March, three
And in
months
the
prior to my
meantime, there were
incarceration.
Nelson hearings where Mr. Russell decided to complain about his attorneys, and this court appointed the conflict attorney.
But the plea was pulled, the offer was pulled October 23rd. 2 months prior, I accepted the offer, the offer that the state had offered me. I had no problem with accepting it. I
Y'all,
accepted it twice.
I'm gonna do continue it. Y'all see if you can work it out. If not, then I don't know what to do except tell you have to enter a plea straight up to the court or go to trial. And if you plead up and there's a minimum mandatory, I don't have any discretion. I don't have any discretion to say, well, there's a minimum mandatory, but I'm gonna make it non-minimum. If you plead up, I gotta sentence you according to the law. Or if you go to trial, you may get not guilty. You may get a lesser included. I don't know.
I accepted the offer that the state.
Well, it wasn't on the record. There's no offer on the record. It's not an open court. So I don't know what happens between.
I sent my e-message to Mr. Carr.
It's not an open court.
Okay, yes, sir.
And
It's gotta
I
be an
am
open
still we're still in plea negotiations. Ms. Leon and I are still talking about the case, and so there's still a chance we may.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Y'all see if you can work it out. And
Yes, sir.
I'm sympathetic to what you're saying, but I can't make the state continue with a plea offer. I can't, if it's an open court, I can say you made an offer, they accepted, is what I'm gonna give him. But what, all this emails with other attorneys and everything, who knows? I can't help you out on that, in that situation, because it's not an open court, and I can't be a party to it. But Ms. Leon, Apparently that report made some difference. I mean, how much time has he served already?
Well, he's got two additional cases, VOPs. This is trafficking in fentanyl, so.
Well, y'all continue talking about it, and maybe you can work it out. If you can't, then your option is go to trial. I mean, I can't help you with that.
I'll get it worked out for you. Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Thank you.
And my last case on your docket this morning, Your Honor, is Lonnie Strahan.
Lonnie Strahan. All right,
I just need 1 second with Mr. Strahan.
okay.
Judge, this is State of Florida versus Lonnie Strahan and 2021 CF 1403, 2021 CF 1400. Judge, these are old cases. I understand that completely. I'm probably the fifth or 14th lawyer. All right, well, 14th lawyer on the case is what he says. And I've been in the process of getting the discovery from the state, and we had to do motions to release the CTT records. You signed the orders. And when I got the CT records, there looked like there were videos missing, so I've talked to the state about that. They're going to go back and look. So unfortunately, I have to ask for a continuance because I don't have all of the videos of the interviews with the children, and because of the nature of the cases, I can't proceed to trial without having witnessed and watched those videos first. I just don't think it would be right.
All right, December 30th, pretrial.
$400,000. Right, I'll file a bond motion today. December 30th? Okay.
Thank you. Our bailiffs and sheriff deputies are so outstanding, they can solve crimes as soon as they occur. So y'all don't mess up out there, or you might be snatched back to the clink. Mr. Crowley, or Cromley, excuse me.
Morning, Judge. Jason Cromie here for Christopher Tolley. Can I approach with plea paperwork? He's on his way up. Toll.
All right, this is 24 CF 93, State versus Christopher Tolley. Is it Tolley or Tolley?
It's Tolley, sir.
Tolley? Would you raise your right hand to be sworn? Steve, you're gonna have to get her somewhere else. I can't hear anything. You swear the testimony you give for his court's true, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, have us, you can lower your hand, thank you. All right, you want to enter a no contest plea to possession of a controlled substance, a third-degree felony, DUI, second conviction more than 5 years after prior conviction, a first-degree misdemeanor, refusal to submit to testing, a first-degree misdemeanor, and possession of a controlled substance less than 20 grams of cannabis, a first-degree misdemeanor. And the state's going to null pros possession of drug paraphernalia, first-degree misdemeanor, and possession of drug paraphernalia, first-degree misdemeanor, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's the state's agreement.
All right, did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
I have, Your Honor.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
I am, yes.
Anyone force you or threaten you to enter this plea?
Have not.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
I am not.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Cromley's done for you on your case?
Very much so.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Count 1, withholds adjudication, 24 months probation, $615 court cost. Count 2, judge guilty, 12 months probation, $1,000 fine, $501.73 court cost. Concurrent to count 1, plus 50 hours of community service work, 6 months driver license suspended, multi-offender DUI school, victim impact panel, 30-day impound, 1-year interlock. Count 4, judge guilty, concurrent, 12 months probation, and court costs. And waive cost of supervision. Did I get it?
Yes, sir, and the state dismisses count 3 and 6.
Okay.
Just to put on the record, Judge, the state has no objection to him traveling for work purposes as long as he gets authorization and approval from probation.
Okay.
All right.
That's
All
correct.
right. Very good then.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you. Did I not sentence him to 4
Count
and
4
5?
was 12 months probation concurrent. Count 5 was court costs.
Yeah, count 4 is judge guilty, concurrent 12 months probation. Count 5 is withhold court, stand court costs, concurrent. All right, Ms. Gooden, what you
Morning,
got
Your Honor.
today?
Cheryl Gooden for Wesley Bertrand, 23 CF 2071. The state and I have discussed this case. We are going to request a continuance to the December docket, and it will be resolved at that time.
No,
Are you talking about the pretrial?
Pretrial.
Okay, December 30th. Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have unless the clerk tells me otherwise.
that's it. Mr. Nettles? Yes. Hutchinson? It's 23 CF 1847, State versus Misty Hutchinson.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Hutchinson, I discussed the state's offer with Ms. Hutchinson, and she would like to accept that offer, which is basically they're going to null pros count 1, the controlled substance, the felony charge. She's going to plea as charged with paraphernalia, count 2. It's withheld adjudication, $100 cost of prosecution, $515 in drug possession cost, and I believe there's a $430 cost for transportation, and she would also be receiving 6 months probation.
Got a plea form?
It was a misdemeanor. I didn't have her sign one.
Ms. Hutchinson, would you please raise your right hand and be sworn? You swear the testimony you give before this court is true, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
You want to enter a no contest plea to charge of possession of narcotics,
Paraphernalia, Judge.
possession of paraphernalia?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Anyone force you, threaten you to enter this plea? You under the influence of medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
You happy with the work Mr. Nettles done for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Waive costs, withhold adjudication. Assess court costs $515 and cost of prosecution. 6 months probation, $430 cost of transportation to the sheriff's department.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Okay? Waive cost of supervision.
Your Honor, just while we're here, so we won't come back on a VOP, is it okay with the court if we put these monies to collections at termination?
Yeah.
If not, we were gonna come.
All right.
She didn't pay them, we're gonna come back with a VOP saying she didn't pay them.
Okay, we'll do that.
Judge, was the $100 fine announced on the failure to appear?
There's also a $100 fine on the failure to appear.
Okay, did she plead to failure to appear also?
That was my understanding. We had filed an amended information last week adding the failure to appear count.
And Ms. Hutchinson, did you want to plead to failure to appear for a $100 fine? With same rights you're waiving, you understand that? Okay, withhold, $100 fine. Goes to collections.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Jacob Price before the court on 19 CF 3106. We are before the court on a status. There have been 2 evaluations done in this case. One came back one way, one came back the other way. So at this point, we need a 3rd evaluation. I believe Ms. Glisson has found a 3rd person to do an evaluation.
We have, Your Honor, and defense agrees. We're agreeing on Dr. David Josephs. I do have an order for the court, if I may approach, and we submit it that way, or I could submit it online.
No, that's all right. Well, you're here, so. And he's on the list. Joseph's is approved? or-
Yes, Your Honor. He confirmed over email that he is on the JAC contract list. Thank you, Judge. And the doctor did ask for a 30-day turnaround time. So if we could set this for a competency status hearing for December 5th, Ms. Rivers, will that work for you?
Yeah,
December 5th? Okay.
all right.
At 9 a.m.?
Thank you.
Your Honor, this is Corey Valley. He is before the court on 23 CF 1996. We would ask to continue this case to 12/30, since we don't have any dates for the new year yet.
No objection.
All right, December 30th. Thank you.
Ms. Flowers.
Okay. Okay. Sure, I can call from my out-of-custody list, Evelyn Colbert. Jennifer Flowers with the Office of Regional Conflict on behalf of Evelyn Colbert, 24 CF 1635. We did receive a discovery exhibit at the end of September. We're requesting a continuance to set depositions.
No objection.
December 30th. December 30th.
December 30th. Not ready yet. I can call Casey Kemp. Oh, no, he's in the jail too. Dalen Kendall. Dalen Kendall is out of custody and approaching, Your Honor, in 23 CF 2607. We'd like to put this on for a potential plea on, I think we're just working a few more things out on December 5th, if that's possible.
All right, thank you, December 5th. Thank you.
Okay. Jennifer Flowers on behalf of Joshua O'Bryce Jackson in 23 CF 2131. Other side, buddy. And 24 CF 444. He is prepared to enter a no contest plea as charged, an open plea to the court, and we'd like to set it for a sentencing. We've previously gone over his rights and the charges and what he's pleading to. He just will just need to execute. This is still what you want to do, right? Okay. Okay, he's saying no. Okay, can we set for Thursday, the 31st, and bring him back?
For what, a plea?
A plea, yes.
Okay, October 31st. Is that right? Is that what you said?
Yes, Your
Okay,
Honor.
October 31st. All right, thank you, sir.
Okay. Let's see what else I've got. Cordell Thomas, 24 CF 906. He is out of custody and approaching. We're requesting a continuance to December 30th we're having some issues with a dispositive motion to suppress theory that we're working through together. We're requesting a
December
continuance.
30th, thank you.
You're good. Do you have any other out of custody? I could address, Your Honor, on the docket. I still am showing a likely McWilliams, 24 CF 1725, and I have spoken with him. Your Honor, we are going to have to withdraw from this case. I don't know if the motion's been officially filed through the e-filing portal, but I would ask to continue it for him to be appointed conflict-free counsel.
All right. Do you know who's the next conflict attorney? Would you put his name in the order?
Yes, Your Honor.
And we'll set him for December 30th.
Thank you. Jason Cobb. Yeah.
Jason Cobb will be your attorney, okay? Thank you.
Similarly, I have a Stacy McDonald right after him that's still showing on my docket, 24 CF 1182. That one, I think a motion has been filed. I don't think an order has been signed, but we do have a certified conflict.
All right.
So it has to continue for conflict-free counsel to be appointed.
Who's the next one after Cobb? All right, Marty Nopes. If you
And I'll
put
put
his
that
name.
in the order, yes, Your Honor.
Thanks.
Your Honor, we have a the case that's on the docket today, 24 CF 1442. There are depositions scheduled, so we need to request a continuance on that one. The other one, I haven't. Your Honor, can we just request a continuance on both? We've resolved another case that's not on the docket, but I need to talk to him about it, make sure. he
When you
understands.
want to continuance till?
12:30.
All right, December 30th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Javara Sturm and 24 CF 739, 24 CF 831. I'm asking to put him on for Thursday, 10/31, for a potential plea. I believe there was an offer that he might be willing to accept, but then there was a failure to
All
appear,
right,
so.
We'll bring you back on October 31st.
Brooke Ann Harrelson Etier will be next.
Okay, Brooke Etier.
She is prepared to enter a plea. In this case, case number 24 CF 1938. She's going to plead no contest to count 1. Count 2 will be null pros by the state, and she'll plead no contest to count 3. We do have a written plea agreement that we've previously gone over. I just have to get her to sign to okay that last change. If I may approach.
All right, Ms. Etier, this is 24 CF 1938. Would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give before this court is true, so help you God. You want to enter a no contest plea to is it sale, manufacture of a controlled substance, second-degree felony?
Yes, Your Honor.
And count 2, the state is going to dismiss.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. And count 3, you want to enter a no contest plea to possession of paraphernalia of first-degree misdemeanor, correct? Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form? Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering these pleas? Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter the pleas? Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today? Are you happy with the work Ms. Flowers did for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
The court finds the pleas freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Count 1, judge guilty, sentenced to time served. 24 months drug offender wait a second. Judge guilty, sentenced to time served, and it would be additionally 24 months.
It's 24 months of drug offender probation.
Right,
that
24 months drug offender probation on each count.
Concurrent.
Well, count 2,
Or, you're
I'm
right.
sorry, let me, count 2, it says it's going to be null pros.
That's correct.
So it wouldn't be concurrent to that then. Okay. So basically it's, okay, count 2 is null pros. Count 3, I'm judge guilty, sentence you to time served. Okay? Then count 1, I'm sentencing you to 24 months drug offender probation with a curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., random drug testing, enroll and complete a substance abuse evaluation and recommended treatment, maintain gainful employment or 5 applications per week, standard court costs, $150 cost of defense, waive cost of supervision, and that's it. So I really don't need to put time served because she served it, so.
Sorry about that.
Okay. So basically 24 months of drug offender probation in these costs, okay?
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Job or something, or are you allowing probation to adjust the curfew in case of employment purposes?
Yes.
Jennifer Flowers on behalf of Shane Fell. Your Honor, this is the one that we're trying to get set for trial, where I have spoke with Ms. Berkman. I'm going to be out of town this trial cycle, and we are coordinating out-of-state witnesses as well. So we'd like to continue this with hopes of getting it to trial the next cycle.
December 30th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just ask that any witness list be provided to the state by then, please.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, this is Kelvin Lee Ford. On 24 CF 765, we need to complete depositions in that case. The other case, 24 CF 766, depositions have been completed. However, we're still optimistic about a global resolution once we complete depositions in the other case. So we're asking for a continuance.
You want to do December 30th or December 5th?
Excuse me, Your Honor, may I speak to you, please?
Hang on a second. What do you want to continue it till?
The 30th of December.
30th? Okay, what do you want to say?
Excuse me, sir, I'd like to request for adequate counsel, because, Your Honor, sir, I've specifically asked and demanded for a copy of my discovery and transcripts for the depositions that supposedly is completed in my case, and I have yet to receive this, because when I had Timothy Gibbs and you assigned me to her, you told Timothy Gibbs to make sure she give me a copy of my discovery. I haven't been provided a discovery, nor my transcripts, nor a score sheet, and I've been
What's the
asking for this
status of
since
Mr.
July.
What's the status of Mr.
Your Honor, we've
Ford's?
gone over discovery in both cases, the facts. I don't recall if I've given him a written copy, but we have gone over discovery and the results of the depositions. My office does not have depositions transcribed until we prepare for trial, so I do not have transcripts of depositions done in the burglary case. That's just how our office
Let's have you given him written copies of his discovery?
Are you saying you don't have your written copies of your discovery? It is my recollection that I provided them, but
No, I have not been provided a discovery nor the transcripts that they're saying that depositions has been done, nor a score sheet. And the only reason I'm asking this is because they said she told me that depositions has been done on the burglary case. My girl, the victim that's on my case is her cousin. She said that she's never been to court or none of that, but she said that depositions was completed and that I have a victim showing up. But I'm just letting it be known on record that I'm asking for a copy of my transcripts, and it's failed to be provided because my girl, her cousin, is saying that she's not even showed up to depositions, nor has she showed up to any court date that she was subpoenaed on for that case.
that's inaccurate.
Well, let's get Mr. Ford all copies of his discovery. And if you can't get it worked out and we go to trial, then he can have copies of his deposition.
Because, Your Honor, I've been incarcerated for 7 months now. I've even tried to interact and counteroffer with them, telling them that I'm willing to even take a plea agreement for community control and a 5-year suspended sentence just to squash it, to let me be home because I have a baby that's on the way. And she said that she was going to talk to the state and see if she could get the trafficking dropped down to a simple possession with intent to sell. And I told her that I'd be willing to even plea out to that.
Don't disclose your confidential communications.
Yes, sir, but I just want it to be known on record because I feel like that I'm not being able to review my case. I just feel
All
like
right,
it's
we'll put it
inadequate.
December 30th, and if you can get it resolved sooner, then we'll move it up, or you can have a Nelson hearing if you don't feel like you got your discovery.
And just for the record, this would be his second Nelson hearing. He withdrew the last one. We spoke about it. And just to respond to
All right.
the claims he's made, I have asked the state for that. They
Who's the
will not agree to a
prosecutor?
community control offer.
It's me, Your Honor, and I want to, for the record, the deposition Mr. Ford was referring to, the victim did show up and testified. So I'm not sure the information that he has. He's currently facing a 3-year minimum mandatory for the trafficking in methamphetamines case, and he scores a minimum of 78 months in prison.
How much time has he got served already?
He claimed 7 months.
We'll see if y'all can get this worked out. If not, then we'll have to go to trial.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
But can you make sure I get a copy of my discovery and my transcripts?
No, I don't make sure of that stuff.
He
I'm not,
ordered me to
I don't
review
work
your
for them.
discovery, so I will.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, this is Bravin Gamble. He's here on a BOP and 13 CF 641 and 23, new law 23 CF 1540. He did file a motion for a Nelson hearing. I attempted to speak with him today to see if we could resolve the issue. but he wants to
All
proceed.
right, what's the problem? This is a Nelson hearing.
Yes, Your Honor. I put this Nelson hearing because my attorney wouldn't adopt my motion. However, after 3 weeks of me filing it, she did. But she still is not doing her job correctly. Your Honor, you appointed me Ms. Flowers on July 1st, and since then I only seen her once, which was a few days before my last court date on August 26th. When I did see her, I told her there were errors in my case, and she looked over it and agreed. She told me that since there's a few errors in my case, she was going to have a conference meeting with you and get all my time read concurrent and conterminous. I asked her how long would that take, and she said give her to September 3rd. Well, Your Honor, it is now October 28th, and she still hasn't brought the errors to your attention. I was arrested for case 23MM2409F and case 13CF641, which is a VOP case. However, I still haven't been seen for a preliminary hearing to see if there was probable cause to have me arrested, which is a clear violation of Florida Rules and Criminal Procedures 3.133A13. Case 23MM2409F was later dismissed in December, but my VOP case wasn't. Your Honor, can you please just help me understand why I've been held 15 months in county jail for a VOP that doesn't exist anymore?
Ms. Flowers?
My conversation with, and I've had multiple conversations about this point, was that the underlying misdemeanor that he went to jail on that violated his probation has been dismissed, but he has a new law felony, which is also a violation of his probation. And that the violation report has been amended, and that it is but that is something that happens, that amended violation reports are filed. So that has been my response to him.
What's the status of getting him to a VOP hearing or getting a negotiated plea or something?
Your Honor, before I came in the courtroom, she offered me 8 years for my new charges, ran concurrent with my VOP and coterminous, but she said that you might not be able to sentence me today due to a lot of people here. I'm willing to take that offer if you're willing to sentence me today.
Well, I can't get involved in the negotiations, but, you know, Ms. Flowers, who's the prosecutor on this case?
It's me, Your Honor.
I mean, are you
We've
willing
been
to?
discussing negotiations, Your Honor.
It was
Well,
my
what I'll do, it's Gamble, right? Braven?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna take you back there. I'll let the bailiffs take you back and give Ms. Flowers and Ms. Leone a chance to talk about this and see if you want to take a plea. And if you do, I'll sentence you today,
Yes, sir.
okay?
Thank you.
Let's see if they can work it out.
I believe the issue, okay, come on.
No, go ahead.
Well, Your Honor, the issue is the state's offer is not what he wants to plea to. I had discussed doing an open plea, and I would like to argue some of what's gone on in his cases, but I don't think that would be an appropriate argument until he's entered an open plea. He's served 10 years already on his original robbery charge, and when he was out on probation, was arrested on a misdemeanor, came to jail. That misdemeanor was later dismissed.
Why don't we bring him back on October 31st? Bring him back a couple days from now, and y'all have a chance to talk about it.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Thank you,
I'm gonna bring you back in 2 days.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Because I want to hear what you have. I want to hear what. I want to help you out if I can, but I got to be. I just can't do what I want to do. It's got to be legal, right? So,
Yes, sir.
okay. I'll see you in 2 days.
This is Richard Thomas Hand, 20 CF 904. Your Honor, I believe this was a PTI recall, and I was going to see what the offer was.
I'm sorry, Judge, I think this is my case. I wasn't tracking this one. I'd have to.
Can we bring him back on Thursday for us to or if there's there's a.
October 31st.
Thank you.
Judge, before you do, I've got Mr. Hand as well.
That makes more sense.
And Judge, in my case, I tell you what, Mr. Hand, do you want to go ahead and enter your plea now, or do you want to wait and see what happens with your PTI case? All right, is the Georgia court prepared to take a plea from him right now?
Yeah.
I went over the plea agreement with him.
Is this going to resolve all his cases?
Yeah, this is the one where you,
Ms. Flowers, is this going to resolve his?
Yes, I would think it would. He has other new cases. This is just an old 2020 case that was originally a PTI. So I think that's what he's discussing, if we could.
usual curfew. Here's your email on it, okay? It's more than your email on it.
We could pass it and bring him
Just
back
bring
out.
him, why don't we bring him back on the 31st?
Are you,
Bring him back on Thursday.
all right, we'll take care of it.
I don't want to take a plea and y'all aren't certain about what's going on with it.
I showed her email, she acknowledges it, so you're fine, okay? We're just gonna try to see if they work this in with what you got, okay? Here, you want me to give you a copy of it?
All right.
No worries. Casey Kemp, 24 CF 1332. This is my first time up, our office's first time up, a request a continuance. I don't
December
think we have
30th.
discovery.
December 30th.
Discovery, I'll come see you. December 30th. Anthony James King, 23 CF 2708, 23 CF 2723. We have depositions set in December, requesting a continuance to get those depositions done.
December 30th.
Cassidy Lamb in 24 CF 1701. We are coordinating depositions as well as tracking down a lot of reciprocal discovery. We're requesting a continuance.
Without objection, Your Honor.
December 30th. Thank you.
December 30th. Your Honor, this is Russell McLaughlin, 24 CF 1304 is on the docket today. He also has another new law case that's not on today's docket, 24 CF 2090. We're requesting to continue this for me to see if there's a global resolution.
All right, we can move it up if you get it resolved.
Yes,
December
Judge.
30th.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right,
Mr.
we'll
Charles,
set him for December 30th.
Mitchell?
Your Honor, this is Ronald Patrick Mitchell. I have some reciprocal items that I just received late last week from the jail I need to speak with. Would it be Ms. Turner that would take this case now?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Could we set it on December 5th miscellaneous date for a plea?
Okay. December 5th. Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, Judge, can I address the courts, please?
They've got some discovery she wants to go over with you, and then we're bringing you back December 5th. Why don't you wait until you see what she had, or hear what she has to say. And then I'll listen to what you say December 5th.
High pressure is good.
I've spoken to the jail. There's some medical issues that I'm going to discuss with the state.
We might move you up, but
What do you say? I can't hear.
we might move you up but right now we'll set you for December 5th.
December 5th.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Aaron David Knopfsinger, 23 CF 2422. We have depositions set. In this case, we're requesting a continuance to do those.
December 30th, thank
12:30.
you.
Thank you.
Terrence Parker.
Your Honor, Terrence Parker, he's on the docket for 2 VOPs as well as a new law, 24 CF 1816, for which we need to take depositions. We're requesting a continuance to do that. I believe he's on the 1031 docket to address his bond, but I'll confirm that.
October 31st. See you in a couple of days.
Thank you.
Michael Riley.
Michael Riley is 24 CF 1993. He's prepared to plead no contest as charged and has signed the plea, and I have the plea and sentencing agreement. If I may approach.
All right, it's 24 CF 1993, State versus Michael Riley. Mr. Riley, would you please raise your right hand and be sworn? You swear the testimony you give before this court is true, so help you God.
I do.
You want to enter a no contest plea to possession of controlled substance, a third-degree felony, possession of controlled substance, a third-degree felony, count 2, possession of paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Does anyone force you or threaten you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Ms. Flowers did for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Count 1 and 2, you're judged guilty on both counts. You're sentenced to time served in the county jail, $615 court costs, $150 cost of defense. Pay the monies within 90 days or then sent to collections. Count 3, you're judged guilty and sentenced to time served in the county jail. Court orders you not to break the law in the future. Thank you.
Judge, just to clarify something while we're on the record, I was looking at the information filed, I believe, was it a 2-count information? Can Madam Clerk verify? It was just a 2-count information? So that was, I guess, my error. I thought, based on the paperwork and the filing attorney, I thought there was count 3, so we would.
Well, there is a misdemeanor.
Is
there a count
It's
3?
2 counts, possession of controlled substance.
No action? Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Ms. Russell.
Christina Blair Russell, 24 CF 1569. I would request to put her on 1031 to address, I have a bond motion that I should file today.
All right,
yeah.
October 31st.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next.
Your Honor, James Sparra and 24 CF 561. We have received an amended offer from the state, and we're really close. I'd like to set it on Thursday, 1031.
All right, we'll bring you back Thursday and see if we can get the case resolved. Thank you. October 31st.
She didn't answer today, but I can get an answer. Okay? Yes, sir.
Staines.
Dakota Staines in 24 CF 1154 and 24 CF 1704. I would ask to continue him. He has a third case wherein he's represented by Ms. Dudley, I believe, so I'm gonna have to coordinate with her.
December 30th. Thank you.
Stewart in here? I believe Stewart's in another.
Yeah, Chase Stewart appears on the docket, but I think we have not received any report.
All right, December 30th.
Thank you. He's in Florida State Hospital.
Summers?
Joshua Summers in 24 CF 460, 24 CF 1865. I think this is one we can probably move up, but I'm requesting a continuance to 12:30 to get an offer from the state, but I think we can move it up.
All right, 12:30, but we'll move it up if you get it resolved, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Tipton, come on out, please, sir.
Calvin Lynn Tipton, this one is similar to Mr. Fell's case that we're just needing to get it set for trial and coordinate witnesses. I was requesting a continuance as I'll be out of town this trial cycle.
December 30th.
Thank you.
Watson. Yeah, December 30th, sorry. You have Watson?
The juvenile. Oh, he's in the bathroom. Taquan Watson will be next in 24 CF 1838. We have depositions set later this week, I believe, or early next week. So we're requesting a continuance to get those done.
December 30th.
Thank you. The judge has granted our motion to continue. We have depositions set next week.
All right, thank you, sir.
And I believe that that's all I have on today's docket, if I may be excused. Thank you.
Mr. Gibbs?
Yes, Your Honor, I have several out of custody, if I may.
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's call the out of custody for Ms. Rivers, Mr. Williams, so we can get some of these people on their way.
That's the plan, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay.
Judge, I'm going to go down my list as quickly as I can. First, I have Sheraton Abram. Your Honor, Ms. Abram is present and approaching. Judge, this is 24 CF 1787. I'd like to leave her on docket day November 3rd for a plea or continue. On that Monday. How's that work?
I got November 4th.
I'm sorry. Docket day is November 4th?
Yeah.
Okay. Then if I could leave her for this Thursday.
Okay, October 31st. Thank
That way
you.
Come back Thursday, yeah. 9 o'clock. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Next, Your Honor, I have Ms. Barbara Abrams. Your Honor, Ms. Abrams is present and approaching 24 CF 1144. Judge, we're asking for a continuance on this case so I can go over discovery with her.
No objection.
December 30th. Thank
Get an
you,
appointment with
December
my office again.
30th.
December 30th is your next court date.
All right, thank you.
All right.
What time?
9 o'clock on December
9,
30th.
okay.
Yes, ma'am. DeMarcus Abrams. Your Honor, Mr. DeMarcus Abrams is present and approaching. This is 24 CF 204, 24 CF 520. Judge, I'd like to leave this set for docket date for a plea or continue on November 4th.
November 4th, thank you, sir.
That wrapped up finally. Yeah, come by my office. Yeah. Afternoon, yeah. Next, Your Honor, is Traquan Albergati. Judge, Mr. Williams has one person he'd like to go ahead and resolve. I'm still waiting to hear from Mr. Albergati. He was here earlier, if you want to go ahead.
Georgia Moore. Judge, Ms. Moore is approaching. This is a PTI fail out. I've spoken with her as well as the prosecutor, Ms. Basso, and we're going to pass this case until docket day. It's anticipated she's going to finish up the last item over the course of this week.
November 4th, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Get that done, okay? Thank you.
All right, see you on the 4th, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Your Honor, back to Mr. Albergati. Traquan. Your Honor, Tim Gibbs, on behalf of Mr. Traquan Albergati, he is present right over here, sir. 23 CF 2557, Judge, we're ready for trial.
Bringing back on docket day, November 4th, for the,
Thank you, Judge.
get figured out on which,
And
what day.
it probably could be a pick and go, Judge. My understanding is that the alleged victim is currently on deployment and also has requested to drop the charges.
Well, then y'all see if you can get it worked out.
We'll do what we can.
Who's the prosecutor on you?
Yes, sir.
Find it out. We don't want to have jurors coming if the victim doesn't want to prosecute and is gone somewhere.
See you next Monday. Next out of custody, Judge, I have Mr. Delmarcus Barkley. Mr. Barkley is present and approaching, Judge. We are requesting a continuance in this case.
All right,
objection, Your Honor.
December 30th. Thank you, sir.
Next, Your Honor, I have Mr. John Beagles. Your Honor, Mr. Beagles is present and approaching 24 CF 27. Your Honor, we have him scheduled for a competency evaluation with Dr. McDonald next month. I'd like to continue him so we can get that done.
December 30th.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir.
John. Next, Your Honor, I have Mr. Azaria Bell. Your Honor, Mr. Bell is present and approaching. Due for Monday, so we can do that. Judge, we'll leave him on for plea or continue for Monday the 4th if we can.
All right, November 4th. Thank you, sir.
Next out of custody, Judge, I have, scrolling on down here, Gregory Carroll. Gregory Carroll. No response, Judge. James Carter.
No bond capias on Carroll.
James Carter. James Earl Carter. No response, Judge.
No bond capias.
Next out of custody, Judge, I have Mr. Stefan Crooks. He was here earlier, Judge. I think I may have skipped a person, Mr. Anthony Brown. Yeah. Mr. Brown is present, approaching, Judge. 24 CF 1140, Judge. We'll ask for a continuance on this case.
No objection.
December 30th. Thank you.
December 30th, then we'll try to get that done. Yeah. Brooks, yes. Your Honor, to Mr. Stefan Crooks, Judge, this is 24 CF 1432. Believe we have an agreement. We just need to have him sign that. Today's date.
Crooks, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for this court is true, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is 24 CF 1432, State versus Stephen Crooks. Mr. Crooks, you want to enter a no contest plea to the charge of possession of controlled substance, a third-degree felony, and possession of paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor, correct? Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form? Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea? Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this plea? Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today? Are you happy with the work Mr. Gibbs did for you on your case? Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. On count one, you're sentenced to 18 months probation, waived cost of supervision, $100 cost of prosecution, $515 court costs, $150 PD fee, have a substance abuse evaluation and any recommended treatment. On count two, you're adjudicated guilty and sentenced to time served in the county jail.
Thank you, Judge. Score sheet without objection.
Okay.
Just be able to get fingerprinted. Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, next I have Ms. Tanya Crooks. Your Honor, Ms. Crooks is present and approaching. Judge, this is 24 CF 1334. We're going to request a continuance on this case.
December 30th. Thank
Judge.
you.
Next, out of custody, Judge, I have Mr. Horace Durden. Your Honor, Mr. Durden is present and approaching. Judge, this is 22 CF 2587. Again, Judge, I believe we're leading this to trial. We're going to try to get a deposition of one of the witnesses who's now in jail in between now and the trial weeks. So otherwise, we're ready for trial.
You gonna try to get depositions? Why don't we just do
There's
this?
one witness that we haven't been able to depose. He's currently in jail now on his own charges.
Let's do December 30th.
Understood.
Get Mr. Durden's case resolved one way or the other. He's been coming back to court
Thank you, Judge.
half a dozen times or more, okay? Thank you.
Next out of custody, Judge, I have Mr. Traylon Durham. Mr. Durham is present and approaching. Judge, this is 24 CF 932. I need an appointment with Mr. Durham, so we are requesting a continuance.
December 30th. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Next, Your Honor, I have Mr. William Ewing. Judge, on Mr. Ewing's case, we are going to have him evaluated. We'd like to continue to get that evaluation completed.
I'm back on Durham. We got Jolanta Durham also. What happened to Jolanta?
He's in custody, Judge. We'll deal with him
Okay.
later.
I got you.
Thank you, Judge.
And this is Mr. Ewing?
Yes, Your Honor. William
Okay.
Ewing.
All right.
We're asking for continuance, Judge. We have an evaluation scheduled, but we're scheduling.
December 30th.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Got out of order there, sorry, Judge. Following that, Judge, out of custody, I have Mr. Nicholas Foley. Your Honor, Mr. Foley is present and approaching. I need an appointment with him. I also request a continuance.
December 30th. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Next, Your Honor, I have Jad Franklin. Your Honor, Mr. Franklin is present and approaching. Judge, this is 24 CF 1153. I believe we're ready for trial.
All right, we'll set him for November 4th.
Thank you, Judge.
Y'all work it out if you can. I don't want to have to subpoena a bunch of jurors if I don't have to.
Absolutely. Next, Your Honor, I have Ms. Sandra Gann. Your Honor, Ms. Gann is present in 24 CF 1930. I believe we have an agreement. If I can have just one moment for her to sign. Yeah, those are all the counts, but all of them together. What you'd like to do? Go ahead and sign right there. Right up here for me.
This is 24 CF 1930, State versus Sandra Gann. Ms. Gann, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for his course of truth, so help you God.
Thought we had, I'm sorry, Judge, to derail this. I thought we had an agreement. Ms. Turner needs to check her files before we go forward. I'll just set her for Monday if we can to get it resolved then on docket day.
Okay, October 31st.
Thank you, Judge.
October 31st.
Got everything she needs. Thank you, Judge. Next out of custody, Judge, I have Mr. Zacchaeus Guerin. Your Honor, Mr. Guerin is present and approaching. This is 24 CF 1159. We are requesting a continuance on this matter, Judge. There's a civil issue that's going on as far as restitution that we're trying to get figured out.
December 30th. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Next out of custody, Judge, I have Dylan Grantham. Dylan Grantham. Judge, this is 24 CF 1482. Believe we have an agreement. Yet again, just the one count, withhold, 2 years probation. Let me get you a pen. Just put that right there. Fabulous.
Mr. Grantham, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for his course of truth, so help you God.
Sir.
This is 24 CF 1482, State versus Dylan Grantham.
Getting a score sheet printed, Judge.
Grantham, you want to plead no contest to possession of a short barrel shotgun, a second-degree felony, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced you or threatened you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Gibbs did for you on your case?
I didn't hear that last part.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Gibbs did for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
Court finds that plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Sends you 2 years probation, withhold adjudication, waive cost of supervision, $100 cost of prosecution, $415 court costs, $150 PD fee, maintain employment, or 5 job applications a week. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Next, Your Honor, I have Mr. Dennis Gibson. Judge, we're very close on resolving Mr. Gibson's cases. I would like to just either bring him back later this afternoon or leave him set for Thursday or Monday.
Let's bring you back Thursday.
Thursday, okay.
Okay? October 31st.
Next, Your Honor, I have Mr. Keith Griffin. Your Honor, Mr. Griffin is present and approaching. Judge, this is 23 CF 2138. We're requesting a continuance so I can have an appointment with Mr. Griffin.
December 30th.
December 30th, you're back here December 30th. I lost. And then, Your Honor, this is Mr. Randy Cooper, 24 CF 1832. Judge, we're asking for a continuance. If you want to just come back Monday. That's fine. For, I believe we want to plea or continue for Monday, Judge.
All right.
What's his name?
Randy Cooper.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
November 4th. November 4th.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think that's all I have at the moment, Judge. We'll let Ms. Rivers and Mr. Williams.
Do y'all want to go to lunch? You want to keep going?
Keep going, Your Honor.
Well, all right, we'll keep going.
Judge, can Ms. Sandler and I approach on a matter of the schedule so that she can go ahead and clear? She's just here on the one thing.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
For years, I proudly served Florida as a state trooper. During that time, I investigated over 1,000 car, motorcycle, and trucking crashes. My mission was simple, to help the victims. Now, as an injury attorney, I can do even more to help accident victims. Hi, I'm attorney Coy Browning. If you've been injured in a car accident, I'd be honored to help you. Call or visit us at browninglawfirm.com.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briar Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch.
Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
And that name was again what?
Ronald Norris, Judge.
Norris.
I don't have the case number in front of me. It's not on today's docket.
Oh, okay. Oh.
We had called to set,
Yeah, I got
reset
you.
the standard ground.
All right.
It's 21 CF 2144, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, this is Gerald Wade Parker before the court on 24 CF 1300. We are going to request a continuance to the 12:30 docket.
All right, 12:30, thank you.
December 30th. The next, Your Honor, is Dakota Perry, 24 CF 936. Your Honor, we did attempt to do depositions. Only half the people showed up. We're going to have to set depositions again. We're requesting continuance to 12:30.
No
All right,
objection.
12:30, thank you, sir.
Oh, and for the record, I did convey the offer state.
If you get it resolved, we can move it up.
The next one, Your Honor, is Richard Perry, 24 CF 1303. Your Honor, we've reached an agreement in this matter, if I may approach.
All right. Mr. Perry, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give before this court is true, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
This is 24 CF 1303, State of Florida versus Richard John Perry, Jr. You want to enter a plea to a lesser offense of possession of drug paraphernalia, first-degree misdemeanor. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Sir.
Or aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Sir.
Anyone force you or threaten you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Ms. Rivers did for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
The court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Judge you guilty, sentenced 12 months probation. Substance abuse evaluation, completed recommended counseling, not to possess or consume alcohol or drugs without a written prescription. $305 court cost, $50 cost of prosecution, $50 PD fee, $50 app fee, waive cost supervision. Okay?
Your Honor, the next one I have is Tina Proctor. Your Honor, she's before the court on 24 CF 981. We had an evaluation done in this matter, Your Honor, and we did file it with the court. I did ask the state if they were willing to stipulate to the findings of Dr. Zeman.
Yes, the state would stipulate to the report, Judge.
Yes, ma'am. We can get
Dr.
you.
Zeman finds her, Ms. Proctor, incompetent and does find her suitable for competency restoration training, although he does recommend inpatient at Florida State Hospital.
Okay, what about that?
And Your Honor, she was in custody at the time. She's out of custody now. She obviously would be asking the court to do outpatient restoration training. We would leave it to the court.
This was your request for the, Dr. Zeman recommended
Yes, Your
inpatient?
Honor.
I'm gonna order inpatient. Send me an order.
So he is stipulated, the judge says you're incompetent to proceed at this time, okay?
I don't understand.
And so you're gonna have to have treatment.
Can I get the paperwork on that?
Yes,
And then
ma'am.
when do I come back?
Is she going in now, or?
Yeah. Send me an order.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just for the record, you are finding her incompetent to
Yeah,
proceed.
committing her,
Judge
based on
has
Dr. Seaman's
found you
report and
incompetent to
Department of
proceed,
Children and Family Services till she
and he
restored
is
to
ordering that
competency.
you get remanded to the Department of Children and Families.
Until you're restored competency.
You're gonna have to, take meds, get treatment.
Send me an
and come
order,
back and
please.
address. I know, but they're ordering, they got to evaluate you again to make sure you're competent.
But that's.
All right, ma'am, right here, Send me an order.
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor, the next one is Felicia Riddle, 24 CF 1264. Your Honor, if we could have her come back on November 4th. Ms. Riddle is present, Your Honor.
November 4th. Send
We've
me a
reached an
detailed order on that.
Yes, Your Honor. Your
Thank
Honor,
you,
the-
November 4th.
Your Honor, the next one is Samuel Roberts, 22 CF 2997. Mr. Roberts is present and approaching. Your Honor, we're going to request 12:30.
All right, December 30th.
And we'll see about getting a witness list for the state. The next one, Your Honor, is Thomas Robinson, 24 CF 1287. Your Honor, we're trying to get some material together on this. I'm speaking with him. I'm going to need to get a subpoena ducis tecum. At this point, we're just going to request the 12:30 court date.
12:30.
Your Honor, the next one is Sonny Rogers, 24 CF 1846. In speaking with her, she is requesting depositions, so we're going to request this be set for December 30th.
December 30th. Thank you.
Your Honor, the next one is Courtney Rose, 24 CF 1647. I believe I'm going to need to file a motion on this one. However, we just got some additional discovery, so I need to verify that that it's still appropriate before I file that. But either way, we need to continue it to December 30th.
December 30th.
The next one, Your Honor, is Thomas Shmelzy. That's 24 CF 1778. He is present. He is sick, so he did put on a mask. Your Honor, we need to do depositions in that case, so if we could put it on for December 30th.
December 30th. Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, the next one is Nkosi Seals. Oh, he is present. The state has agreed to keep the offer on the table November 11th, okay? Yeah. So, Your Honor, we're asking for a court date of November 4th.
All right, November 4th. Thank you, sir.
And for the record, Your Honor, the offer will remain open until the 4th, and then I will withdraw it.
Your Honor, the next one is Ryan Smith, 23 CF 1660. We've reached an agreement in this matter, if I may approach.
All right, Mr. Smith, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give before this court is true, so help you God? Yes, sir. This is 23 CF 1660, State of Florida versus Ryan Levi Smith. You want to enter a no contest plea to possession of a controlled substance, a third-degree felony, and possession of drug equipment, a first-degree misdemeanor, correct? Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form? Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this plea?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
Yes, sir.
Are you happy with the work Ms. Rivers has done for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. On count 2, you're judged guilty, sentenced to time served in the county jail. On count 1, you're sentenced to 12 months drug offender probation, have a substance abuse evaluation, completed recommended counseling. You're not to possess alcohol or drugs without a prescription. You're not to associate with drug users or drug activity. So if you see someone using drugs, you go the other way. Random UAs, waive cost of supervision, $515 court costs, $100 cost of prosecution, $150 PD fee. Adjudicated guilty on both counts. Thank you.
Your Honor, the next one is Lizbeth Velez Segarra, 24 CF 1365. She's approaching in her walker. Your Honor, she had been in the hospital most of last month. I just met with her for the first time the other day. We're going to probably need to do some more work on her case, so we're going to request a court date of December. Oh, and I did make a counteroffer to the state. So we're going to request a court date of December 30th.
All right, December 30th. We can move it up if you get it resolved.
Sir. The next one is Jason Walterman, 24 CF 1518. I haven't seen him today, Your Honor.
Is he on the docket somewhere? Walterman? Oh, yes. All right, no bond capias.
Your Honor, the next one is Montana Wurlitz, 24 CF 1728. Your Honor, she is requesting a continuance in this matter, so we're requesting 12:30.
Without objection.
December 30th, thank you.
9 a.m. Your Honor, the next one that is listed for out of custody is Patricia Whitaker. We filed a waiver of appearance. Your Honor, Dr. Zeman was finally able to do the evaluations on her, and he opined her to be incompetent and non-restorable due to her vascular dementia. Her previous cases have been dismissed for that same reason. We're asking the court well, first of all, if the state is willing to stipulate, and, well, let's go from there.
Yes, the state reviewed the report and does stipulate to that, and would note for the record that Ms. Whitaker has previously been found incompetent and non-restorable also by other doctors in the past.
So are you,
So at this point, I'm
send me
asking
an
if
order, and then are you going to drop the charges?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just send me an order and then file an all-pros.
The next one, Your Honor, is Devontae Wiley, 24 CF 946. Your Honor, if we could pass him, I need to speak with him.
All right.
Sabrina Williams. Your Honor, Ms. Williams is present and approaching, 24 CF 1758. We're going to end up having to set depositions in this matter, and I believe the alleged victim is now in South Florida. So December 30th, Your Honor.
Yeah, December 30th. Thank you.
And that is all the out of custody I believe I have for right now.
All right, Mr. Williams.
Morning, Judge. Judge, did you want me to call the continuances out first? All right. Christine Hamilton. Judge, I may have done a written motion continue on her. There were a couple that I did written motions, but I noticed they were still on the docket.
All right, December 30th.
Thank you, Judge. All right, Ms. Hamilton. Donald Hanish. Judge asked to continue this 12:30.
No objection.
December 30th. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Kelvin Lee Holmes. Judge asked to continue this one.
December 30th.
Thank you, Judge. Candace House.
No objection, Judge.
Okay, Ms.
December
House,
30th.
12:30.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Judge, we've got Michael Hudson on the docket. He's got a motion to suppress scheduled, I believe, for the 31st, either the 31st or the 7th. I just asked to leave him on for that day.
All right.
Thank you. Michael Raymond Hudson. I'm going to ask to continue that. And Madam Prosecutor, I'll get up with you on it.
December 30th, or get it resolved, we can move him up.
Yes, sir. I anticipate we're going to be able to. Jonathan Island. Ask to continue, Judge.
December 30th.
All right, thank you. Henry Eugene Jackson. Judge, I'm going to ask to continue this one. The victim has filled out a notarized drop charge request. We provided that to the state. I'm going to set her for deposition.
All right, December 30th.
Thank you, Judge. Michael Lynn Jackson. Judge, I'll ask to continue Mr. Jackson's.
December 30th.
My secretary's setting up the depositions in that case.
All right.
William Gerald Jackson. Madam Prosecutor, we filed an expert report on this. I'm assuming you're gonna probably want to take Dr. Zeman's deposition on it. It's not a competency issue, it's a memory issue. So I'll move to continue until 12:30.
Yes, the state stipulates.
All right, December 30th.
Okay. Javers Johnson. Judge, Ms. Barrettman and I are going to need to talk about this one some more. I passed along an email chain between me and the physician on it. He basically says that he can't say anything about whether or not the injuries that he saw were disfiguring because he's not a forensic pediatrician. I'm frustrated with it too, and they're not cooperating with us in getting a deposition on him set. They're wanting us to get an order from our court, go to a court in Alabama, get an order from the judge over there, and go through that process. Okay.
November 4th.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right, Javers. So she and I are going to discuss it, and then on the 4th, we'll see if we can get it resolved for you, okay? Nathaniel Paul Jones. Judge, I've got Mr. Jones as being incarcerated, last I checked, in the Santa Rosa County Jail. I plan to continue this case anyway.
December 30th.
Thank you. Tommy Lee Kelly. Judge, we continued Mr. Kelly last time to hire private counsel. He's got an appointment with somebody on Thursday.
All right, you got an appointment with someone, Mr. Kelly?
Hey.
You got an appointment with somebody on
Yeah, Mr.
Thursday?
Henderson, Pensacola.
Mr. who? Henderson?
I think probably Tony Henderson over in
Okay,
Milton.
December, tell him December 30th, your case is continued, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Judge. Logan Killebrew. Judge, I filed a written motion to continue on this one. I just think it was too late for the court to see it before court.
Okay.
Timothy Brian Kimmons. It's the first time up, Judge.
No objection.
December 30th, Mr. Kimmons. Thank you.
Benjamin Lee King. We're in the process of setting depositions on this one, Judge.
December 30th.
All right, sir. December 30th. Lisa Kramer, Judge, you've got her on for a oh, well, she's in jail. I guess we'll have to wait on that one. Christopher Krivek. Judge, we're setting depots on this one.
All right, December 30th. Thank you, sir.
What time?
Your courts from now on are always going to be at 9 o'clock. Jason Kuntz, we need to leave this on the docket and leave it set for docket day. He was excused for today. It was one that we tried to set last time.
November 4th.
Thank you. Let's see. Amanda Lawson, Judge, I think she was just taken into custody. I was going to move for a continuance on it anyway. I think especially if there may be a new case coming, I need to.
Is this the incident with the phone?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what the circumstance was,
Right.
but I saw her taken
Set it
into
for
custody.
December 30th.
Thank you. Christina LeBlanc. Judge, she's in the hospital. She called me and indicated she was going to be admitted. She provided to our office proof of completion of the class. It's a PTI case. I emailed that to you. Madam Clerk, are you showing her as still owing $360? She paid $300, I know. But she sent me another receipt, and I'm not sure if it's...
All right, December 30th.
Thank you, Judge. Kareem Little Walcott. Judge, we're taking depots of the two civilian witnesses.
December 30th. Thank you.
Frederick Dwayne Moore. This one we may just be able to pass until November 7th, Judge.
7th or 4th,
Whenever the miscellaneous day is, I was worried I wasn't going to have time to get him in the office between.
November 7th.
In that case, Judge, just leave him on for docket day, potentially for a trial. I would suggest you come in and meet with me sometime between now and then.
All right, November 4th.
Let's see, Jaden Moore. I need to do some research on this one, Judge. It's kind of an unusual fact situation. Someone moved to continuance.
December 30th. Thank you.
All right, let's see, he's in. William Joseph Napoleon. Judge, this is another one we requested DNA. I don't know that FTLE is going to do it, but I think this is the first time up on it.
December 30th.
Am I wrong about that?
The first time that you requested?
First time I requested a continuance on it. Was it been continued before?
This is an arrest date of April of 2024.
Oh, well,
Say December 30th, you get it moved up, you get it resolved.
Thank you, Judge. All right, sir, December 30th. Make an appointment, come into the office, okay? All right, Judge. I'm moving on to the ones that are out that are not continuances. Harris Lennon Harris. Sorry, Judge. Yeah. Judge, we've got a negotiated plea in this case.
All right, Mr. Harris, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for is course of truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
And this is 24 CF 1516, State versus Lennon Harris.
Yes, sir.
If I can, next time, tell me ahead of time so I can have the score sheet ready and I don't look unprepared, and I'm not. I'm gonna print them now. Thanks.
You go, Judge. It's going to print out for us. I reviewed the one have no objection.
All right, so you want to enter a plea of no contest to the charge of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, a second-degree felony, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Anyone force you or threaten you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Williams did for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. And judge you guilty, 2 years probation, standard court costs, waived cost supervision, standard cost of prosecution, PD fees, and we got a score sheet.
That was Aris, because I got two here.
Oh, yeah, this is Lennon
Lennon
Harris with an
Harris.
L.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take a 20-minute break.